Donnie Yen. Shit. Why did you do that?
Well,
Why did you do
thought
that to me?
Knew. I thought you knew.
Chelsea, the movies, yay!
We recently saw Ip Man 4. Starring
Donnie Yen.
Yes, thank you. You might know him if you're not familiar with martial arts movie or the Ip Man series. He was in the standalone Star Wars movie Rogue One. And I remember when that movie came out, it was a big deal. It was like, oh, Ip Man's in it. Anyway, Ip Man is a series of films based on a real life person who was the master / teacher for Bruce Lee. And so Ip Man 4, the finale, is the last in this series of movies. Basically, the series just shows you,
martial arts action.
Great martial arts action tied to a storyline.
It's like any martial arts movie, really.
Follows Ip Man a little older, later in his career as a martial arts instructor. I can't really say anything more than that without giving anything away. Kelsey, go, wait, or skip.
Say, go see this movie. I thought that it was a really excellent finale to the Ip Man series, of which I've seen all of them. The thing that it stands out as far as this movie goes in the martial arts genre is that this had a really, really good story in it, but still gave you all the martial arts things that you wanted. It was a little bit cheesy at times. The martial arts was awesome. We even got to see Bruce Lee do some stuff in there. Not the real Bruce Lee,
we got to see somebody
in the movie.
Bruce Lee.
And so I think it delivered. I think that Ip Man 4, I said this on Twitter, Ip Man 4 gave me everything I could possibly ever want from the fourth installment in the series, and probably more.
I'm also going to say go see this movie. I am saying this because I understand that martial arts movies might not be for everybody. I do enjoy the best of them. Now, there's some people out there that have probably seen every martial arts movie. I am not one of those people, but I do enjoy the best of the martial arts movies there are out there. Even some that are maybe so bad they're good kind of thing. But this movie, I think, is a great view into the martial arts world, even if that's not your thing. If it is your thing, definitely see this movie. It was really good. It had a really good story. Spoilers. Spoilers for this movie. So Ip Man, like I said, he's older. The movie opens with him having kind of a troubled relationship with his son. They just don't understand each other. And his son is I think he did a great job displaying being a typical teenager type thing.
Yeah.
But also having real feelings. He didn't feel understood by his dad, and he felt dismissed, right? His wants, needs, and desires weren't important. Movie opened with that. He gets expelled from school, and so Ip Man needs to go to America to get him a recommendation to an American school.
So obviously he's going to have to fight some people.
He ends up in Chinatown, around San Francisco. The conflict unfolds from there, right? And I thought it was a really good storyline. It had father-son relationship, but also just a father role and a father-daughter relationship. So it was the role of fathers. And I thought they did a good job without that. I mean, because the point of the movie is martial arts, right? But they did a good job involving this. And then Ip Man specifically, because if you've watched all the movies, you have a connection to him. The big news is that he has cancer and that it's kind of far along. So you mentioned being a little bit cheesy. Yes, there were
in the way that the original Karate Kid is cheesy, but you still love it. Is what I'm saying.
Right. Not bad cheesy, but it was almost like this movie. And for me, visually, what they did is they took some characters and made them caricatures of what they represented. So the high-level sergeant in the Marines represented in the movies, I mean, it is over the top, right?
Yeah.
His facial expressions, the way he speaks. I mean, some of the slang and racial slurs that he uses, I mean, it was really over the top. But it was almost they did it with intent.
Yeah, he was Cobra Kai, right?
And it was something about the way that they visually shot the movie. I don't know, it just really, I thought it was really good. I enjoyed that part of the movie. It didn't make the movie bad, it made it good.
Yeah, and the most important part of this movie is obviously that the martial arts was just a lot of fun. I had so much fun watching it. It's beautifully shot. I thought that the martial arts scenes, them fighting was awesome, and I left just really happy that I had gone to see it. And I hadn't planned on going to see it because usually by the time you get to the fourth movie, things have gone terribly awry. But when we saw the Rotten Tomato score, we were like, oh.
They were high, and
Yeah.
so like we wanted to see it, and yeah, it was. It was a good movie, and I thought for it being a finale, they did an excellent job of wrapping it up. When you get to the end of the movie, he makes amends. Him and his son make amends. They move on from there, but he's teaching his son some of the martial arts, and then he says, "Here, why don't you film it?" And it's gonna make me cry. But like the idea being that he's not gonna be around much longer.
Then it shows clips from the previous movies. You see his wife. Yeah, I teared up during the movie too, and especially it does a great callback to the original movies.
Right, and I thought that was just great. Even if you haven't seen the other movies, it was good, and if you have, it was
You don't have to have
really
seen
special.
the other movies to watch it.
No, this movie, like you can totally go in and just see this movie, and you will be completely fine. Yeah, without a doubt. But and it had really great acting in it. Like,
it was really top notch. One of the better martial arts movies that I've seen, and I like martial arts movies.
Yeah. Thank you for watching Rachelsey at the Movies, and make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks, guys.